My name is Daria Ozhyhanova. I am trained architect and academic director at Kharkiv School of Architecture. In the start of the full-fledged, full-scale invasion, I focused much more on educational activities than comparing to my practice. I understood that in this situation, when a lot of teachers, male teachers in particular, are mobilized and they go to the front line, the only thing I need and can do is to grow new architects because we are to face and are already facing a huge problem with people. We need more architects. We need more good architects. In the perspective of 5 years, the situation will be worse. So therefore, I'm here maybe to help to make the situation better in 5 years. The main goal is to train architects who will be able to work in this uncertain and fragile context, like post-war and just war context. And that is very much about trauma, about, I don't know, uncertainty, about all these challenges that we do face now, the destruction, the need to work more on reconstruction and rebuilding rather than building maybe something new, and so on and so forth. So this is what we can and are doing. How we do that? We do always introduce to students real cases. So on every studio, students are to work with a real site, real problem, and real client. And these problems, though the topics of the studio on the one hand are defined by the curriculum, but at the same time, like the problematics and the focus, it shifts, and it does really depends on the contact. During the first year of our relocation to Lviv, there were much more air raid alarms, and also there were no procedures, like on the one hand, no legal restrictions or like regulations. On the other hand, we also were to actually design this, all these procedures, all this, I don't know, algorithms on how we do act actually during the air raid alarm. And as there were a lot of them, the curriculum suffered very much. I mean, like you need to skip some classes, then you need to put them somewhere. Students are nervous. Also during this first year of relocation, a lot of students also relocated. Most of the students were relocated together with us, and those were also students from eastern part of Ukraine that had families in eastern part of Ukraine, and their psychological situation was dramatic, I would say. I remember some of the students who we were even thinking on how to evacuate properly. It was kind of working on the adrenaline or something. Um, it did impact very much the curriculum on the first year of war, but then we got used to. Unfortunately, humans do get used to a lot of things. So now we do. Now we adjusted the process to this war reality. I was always interested in why do I have so many female colleagues within students during students' time, and then when graduating and being in profession, the number of women that I do meet is decreasing very much. Females are not seen as equal actors in the domain of architecture and construction. Every time when I came to the new construction site where I am to build new relations with builders and engineers and so on and so forth, um, that was kind of I need to prove that I am professional enough. I am to prove that my word worth something. An interesting thing that in academia, I would say maybe in Ukraine, the situation is different, very much different. Maybe because it is considered that education is a female case and like female work, and the real construction is a male work. Probably on some levels, the situation has changed. I'm not sure if because of war, but probably also because of war. But on a higher level, on the level of a decision making, on the level of, I don't know, ruling the industry, the situation is still not that good as I would want it to see. Uh, but again, like nevertheless, in the perspective of years, 10 years, I don't know, having so many female students who I am trying to cheer up always and to also prepare them to this reality. I hope in this perspective, the number of female architects, their like presence in the praxis, will change because I have a lot of very talented female students, and I want them to stay in the profession. I really do. Ah, we'll see. It's very interesting. Like we're living in a very interesting time. And like I'm tired of being upset by it. I just now in the position when I try to see some light in the end of the tunnel. Last year, one of my students he built the whole concept on planting a garden. That was a project on dwelling on multi-apartment housing, and the whole concept he developed was about gardening and planting a garden. And what he said in the very beginning of his presentation was that to plant a garden is to believe in future. And I really like this phrase. So I would say that what I do now is I am planting a garden because I do believe in this future. Um, to me, though, though I'm an architect, I'm a trained architect, and it should mean that I do care very much about the physical space. But despite that fact, I actually do not. So to me, the much more important thing is this like social context, because I do believe that having good people, professionals with values is the first step, because then they will be able to form the environment, the physical environment. So the future that I want to see, that I do believe, and that I try to help forming, is the future when we have a good amount, a great amount of very good professionals that are understanding their role, their responsibility. They are willing to change something and they know how to do it. And that's what I'm working for. So because I believe that if there will be enough of them, they will change the physical environment. And they will also nurture and grow next generations. Um, so probably yes. For me, this future is in people primarily, and especially during the war, we're losing so many people. So the future I want to see, the future when we stop losing people and start growing new generations.